Holy frick, I knew it was a bad idea to leave without my weapons. Let me get to my safety lantern before they kill me. Holy frick, that's a big army. Oh, glad they can't get through. Hey, this is Chris. Hopefully everyone is having an awesome day, and welcome back to another mod showcase, where today we're showcasing the Magical Lanterns mod for 1.16.5, and it's a mod that adds a bunch of special lanterns that each has their own unique ability. Anyway, let's just get straight into this video. So before getting started, I recommend crafting the Lantern Codex, and this is crafted with one book and one lantern, and unfortunately it does not glow in the dark, even though it has lanterns in it, which doesn't make sense. But anyway, what the book has is an introduction to the mod, so it just tells you a little bit of a story, and then it tells you how to actually make the lanterns. Then it tells you the ingredients and what each lantern does, but you won't need the book since I'm going to show you every single recipe. Now, the first lantern we're going to make is the Life Lantern, but before we actually craft it, we need this lantern maker, which is basically an altar for all lantern gods. So the way you actually craft this is with 6 polished basalts and 1 diamond. So it is kind of expensive, but really not. It just requires you to go to Nether. Now, let's please the gods by actually grabbing all the ingredients. So for this Life Lantern, we'll need 1 egg, 1 melon, if it lets me do it correctly, 1 golden apple, 1 sugar cane, 1 bone meal, and most importantly, 1 lantern, because obviously you need a lantern to craft more lanterns, if it makes any sense. So we're just going to place the egg, we're going to place the melon, we're going to place the golden apple, place the sugar cane, and before we actually place the bone meal, if you place too much bone meal or whatever other ingredient, it'll just, the entire stack would just float around. But let's just right click on here while clicking shift right on top of this, and it should place the lantern and make the Life Lantern. So here we have the Life Lantern, and yeah, as I said, don't do that because you'll just have it floating around for all eternity. By the way, if you want to get rid of extra materials on your lantern maker, you can just shift right click with an empty hand and it should give you the item back. Now let's finally place our first lantern, which is the Life Lantern we just crafted. So we're just going to place it up here, and this Life Lantern gives you regeneration 3 as long as you're near it. So this is super overpowered, and you can just have it all across your base. So basically you're invincible while you have the lanterns on your side. And these lanterns also help crops grow a little bit faster. So we're just going to place some seeds, and this does take forever, so I'm not going to really show it. And we're just going to return to this later on. But as you can see, oh, there we go. It's actually growing, so I guess the fence I had around it didn't actually help it grow. Anyway, we're just going to leave that running. Next up, we have the Feral Lantern. And no, this is not going to attack you or try to pounce on you, but it's a really cool lantern. And the way you craft it is with 1 glowstone, 1 jack-o'-lantern, 1 fire charge, 1 blaze powder, and 1 golden ingot. Now, this will require us to go into spectator, so we're just going to go underground, because this actually starts lighting up your world from underground and then starts working its way all the way up to the surface. So let's just wait for this, and here we go. It's actually lighting up the caves. So this is a good lantern if you want to pre-light your caves, which is freaking amazing. I've never seen something so overpowered when it comes to light. And by the way, those little capsules you see, it will only produce up to 100 of them, so you're pretty limited unless you have a bunch of lanterns. In that case, you could just freaking light up your entire world in a few seconds. So this is what happens when you just place a bunch of them. Your entire world starts lighting up in a few seconds, like I just told you. So there we go. Everything is getting lit up. And I don't know why I didn't place a lot of them in the first place. So they have finally made their way up to the surface. So we just have this tiny little thing, which you can just pass through or just kill it if you want. So we're just going to kill this one, and unfortunately, it's now dead. Now we're just going to go underground, and let's just see. So this has been a few minutes, and as you can see, there's a huge difference down here. Next up, we have the Love Lantern. So this is crafted with 1 diamond, 1 rabbit's foot, 1 golden carrot, 1 beetroot, 1 life lantern, and make sure you just right click instead of shift right clicking with this lantern, because you're probably gonna mess up the recipe. And then you have your honey bottle. So this is kind of questionable. I don't know. I just don't know how this is related to love. Anyway, we're just gonna place this lantern up here, and here we go. So it should forcibly make mobs fall in love with each other. And probably it's the pink color, but I'm just gonna death stare these cows until they decide to fall in love with each other. Holy frick, it happened. All right, so they're gonna make a baby, and there we go. So here's the tiny baby, and now, since I don't want them to keep doing this, I'm just gonna replace it with a normal lantern. I promise you, it wasn't the death stare, it was actually the lantern. Anyway, we're just gonna move on to the Wailing Lantern. So this is a pretty cool one, but if the nausea effect gives you actual nausea, or possibly gets you close to zero, please don't watch this part. But anyway, the way it's crafted is with one gas tier, one warped roots, one flint, one pufferfish, and one ink sac. Now we're just gonna place this, and it should make its wailing noises. Actually, you know what? I might lower the... You know what? I'm just gonna do it the manly style without lowering the distortion effect. So here we go. So this just freaking roars in your ear. Like, I don't know why it roars so much. Holy frick, I don't know. I can't break it. Okay, I can't break that. No, please die, please die, please die. Oh, my eyes. All right, I'm sorry, guys. It kind of messes me up a little bit. So it just had a face if you didn't see that, but it's really terrifying. Next up, we have the Boreal Lantern. So this is crafted with one cobweb, one snowball, one packed ice, and one nether quartz. And you can probably tell what this does by the cobwebs and the snow and everything. But what this does, it just basically slows down everything around it. So we're just going to place this, and as you can see, I have slowness. I don't know which one. I think this might be 5 or 6. I'm not sure. Alright, I had to search it up. That's slowness 4. So this just slows everything down so hard that you can barely even move. And let's see. Oh, the particles actually chase you. That is awesome. I did not know that. Now we're just going to place a bunch of mobs that we can just throw with this. So we're just going to place some sheeps over here. And they're all going to be slowed down, although they don't really want to move. Come on, sheep, try to walk. So, yeah, just... I don't know why this is so funny. It's not supposed to be funny anyway. I'm just going to delete this because it's pretty annoying. Next up, we have the Brilliant Lantern. And no, it's not intelligent, but it does something really awesome. So it is crafted with one shulker shell, one paper, one snowball, and one phantom membrane. So this is one of the shortest recipes. But we're just going to place this down, and now we just need some test subjects. So we're just going to place down some pigs, and let's see, will Piglin Brute work on it? Yeah, I don't know if the lantern will work on a Piglin Brute, but what this does, it just converts everything to experience. So yep, it just saps them out of existence. It condenses them into XP. Now let's see. Oh, okay. Holy frick, you can defeat absolutely anything with it. Alright, so I'm about to do the stupidest thing I've ever done. I'm gonna summon the Wither. Let's see. Holy frick, it can defeat the Wither? Holy frick, I did not know it would actually do that. But it only gives you a little bit of XP, so it's not really worth it. But if you wanted to, you could just kill absolutely anything with this. Next up is the Withering Lantern. So this is crafted with one warped fungus, one pufferfish, one iron door, and one obsidian. And don't ask what the door is for because I have no idea. But what this does, it just pushes mobs away. So we're just going to place that. And then we're just going to place, let's say, some cows or anything. You know what? What's more fun is just the creepers. So we can just place this and they'll just push anything away from it. Holy frick. So he just... Oh, yeah, he's running backwards so quickly. But you can just keep all mobs out away from your base. Even if it's not lighting up the area. So you can see the area is not lit up here. But it will still push them away. So it has some huge freaking range. Next up we have its opposite, which is the Containment Lantern. So this is crafted with one warding lantern, one fishing rod, one cobweb, and one chain. And this basically just shackles your enemies to whatever lantern you've placed. So here we go. So we're just going to place this down. And all the creepers are going to be attracted. And they're going to be stuck there for all eternity. No matter how much they try to walk away from it. So this is going to be a little bit risky. But let's just go on survival. So come here. You can't get me. Actually, I think they might be able to. No, they can't. They're just stuck there forever. Oh, they frick! No! Oh, okay, now that one was a little bit of my fault because I didn't know that it would get so close. so they cannot attack you. I don't know why you would use this, probably in the mob farm. So I'm just gonna leave that running in the background, but we're gonna move on to the next lantern, which is the Withering Lantern. And you can probably already tell what it does, but to craft it you need 1 wither rose, 1 soul sand, 1 firework star, and 1 coal. And it has to be the normal coal, it can't be the charcoal. But we're just gonna place this down, and it's gonna wither anything within its area. So it's just gonna kill anything that was contained by this lantern, so you can hold things against their will and slowly murder them. Alright, that is kind of mean. I'm just gonna stop because I just feel bad about the creepers. I don't feel like hurting my hostages. Now we have the final lantern, which is the Cloud Lantern. And this is a really fun lantern to mess around with, but the way you craft it is with 1 phantom membrane, 1 soul torch, 1 snow block, and 1 white wool. And now this will just slow down your falls if you jump from a really high place. So we're just gonna go into survival and let's jump off. So absolutely no damage is gonna be done. Now we're just gonna make it even worse by just placing it like right up here and just placing a long chain of these lanterns. Now it's time to jump off the airship. So we're just gonna do this, and as you can see, I will have a really safe fall. So we're just gonna go to this next lantern, and it should still slow me down. So we're just gonna keep falling, and we took absolutely no damage. And as you can, oh, frick. I kind of forgot that they were that close. As you can see, it's just a really high fall. And I just needed 2 lanterns to get all the way down here. Now let's drop this creeper and see if the effect is applied. So it is. It's applied to absolutely everything. That is actually really fun. Alright, so before I end this video, I just want to do one last stupid stunt. So we're just gonna grab the Ender Dragon and convert it into XP. Actually, let's see if we can just chase it down. So there we go. Let's see if we can actually murder this thing. Alright, okay, we murder it with lanterns. Alright, so yeah, it is not overpowered enough to get rid of the Ender Dragon. I thought that it would do it because of the Wither being able to die instantly. Holy frick, I just discovered that this can actually pull mobs through glass. I did not know that. That is actually quite interesting. Oh, it can actually pull them through any block. Oh, I'm sorry, Cal. I'm sorry. I mean, Mushroom, I sometimes don't know the difference. Horsican, I thought I told you last time not to do this. This is really evil.
Oh, they're evil mobs, so they deserve it.
I guess they do.
Plus, they've attacked you before in the past, so it is my revenge.
Horsican, thanks a lot for thinking about me.
No problem, and I just enjoy torturing things.
Horsican, I don't know why you always ruin it with something really creepy.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Okay, you know what, Horsican, I can't argue with that, so I'm just gonna leave and let you do this weird experiment, but at least it's for me, so I can't really complain. Anyway, that was it for today's mod showcase. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I really did enjoy this mod since it has a lot of things that I can mess around with, and yeah, it was really fun messing around with all of these weird lanterns. But anyway, don't forget to burn that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you happen to be enjoying my content. Let's try to get to 10 likes on this showcase, and hopefully you guys have an awesome day or night, and see you all later. Bye!